They add sugar onto sugar onto sugar because everything they eat just doesn't satisfy them. They're actually selling donuts in a fitness convention. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been asked to look at this informative and very helpful video, apparently, by a bodybuilder that happens to be binge eating a lot. So let's continue. Here we have a guy. Yeah, the rice cake in the bag. That's pretty standard in bodybuilding. Guess he is men's physique.
What's up guys? Welcome to a new video up on my channel. Yesterday I did my very first bodybuilding show. I got 2 second places, 1 important first place. 2 times second out of 28 people. And I placed first in open regional classic. So this is going to be the post-show cheat.
Completely unrelated to like nutrition or exercise science or anything like that, but one thing that stands out to me here is the standard and caliber of competitions, or at least competitors in the US, is extremely low. Over here in the UK, it's much, much greater. I was thrashing guys like this every show that I did, you know? But yeah, it just goes to show when you have too many shows with a lot of competitors, a lot of them shouldn't be on stage. You have to have a presentable physique on stage. He wouldn't come top 3 or top 4 in pretty much any classic physique stage in my country. So, you know, it's not that great of a deal. It's impressive. Yes, he won. He has got great physique. But I'm just saying, in relation to over here, not a great physique.
Day video where I'm just gonna enjoy the whole day after a long ass show day where I dieted down for 10 weeks for that one specific.
This is a bit irritating for me, so I'm just going to see what he's got to say in regards to food. So apologies if I zoom through.
These subscribers, they will know full fat powdered milk in my coffee. You can find only in the Netherlands. Full fat sugar.
Full fat powdered milk. Why don't you just have, I don't know, milk? How do you have full fat sugar as well? Full sugar with sugar? I don't know.
Delicious. 2 tablespoons of full fat sugar with full fat creamer. Delicious black coffee. Grab a spoon. Stir it.
Well, it's not a black coffee if it's got creamer in it. Christ. It's not even educational. I'm just sat here thinking, what's this going on about?
Full fat sugars around. Let the sugars melt. This is the only thing I crave in the morning.
If you crave coffee, it tells me a lot about how much you enjoy your life. I'm partial to a cup of coffee sometimes. I'll go through phases, 1 or 2 a day, maybe here and there. Not every day though. Very bizarre. It comes from a seed. People say it comes from a seed, so it's not really human food, but we'll see what he's got to say.
On a cheat day, a full fat sugary coffee. So yeah guys, today is going to be a relaxed day. Yeah, I am hungry, I am flat, I am coming out of a diet from 14 weeks, 10 weeks to be exact, a strict diet. And yeah, you saw it upstairs. Just to show you once more, I placed 2 times second. Basically to explain, I placed second in
I don't recognise that. Siggies, is that European? I don't know. That'd explain why the caliber's so low, but this guy can't be more than about 160 pounds. When I was competing, I was against guys that were about 230 pounds. So that's what I'm talking about here. The competitor standard is very low. Very, very low if this guy's winning.
Novice, which was my first ever competition. Then I placed second in novice. Run out so late. We expect always. Alright, for the first meal of the day, I'm gonna have something simple. I'm gonna make scrambled eggs with some cheese, chicken deli, mayonnaise, and I've got this flat wrap, which I'm already nibbling on. So yeah, literally for the last 4 weeks, I had no fat. I only had fat from omega-3 tablets and chicken breast. So I'm gonna have 4 whole eggs with a little bit of cheese. I'm craving like a eggy breakfast with this flatbread, and as well we have some leftover roasted potatoes which I'm gonna heat up and just have a typical good breakfast.
That's a very weird breakfast. I can get like the eggs the cheese. Probably not American cheese slices, I don't know. But the flatbread, I don't know what that's for. Last thing you want to do in the morning is bog yourself down with a load of starch. He's going to have a food coma like T-minus 2 hours from this clip, probably.
Alright, got the flatbread on the stove. Made some, ooh, smooth and silky scrambled eggs. Put some cheddar cheese. This under a broiler.
That's not cheddar cheese. It's American cheese. A processed cheese slice. A Kraft single.
Let that melt for a second. Literally, I don't need much to be satisfied. Something that I crave is enough. Eggs, cheese, potatoes, deli meat.
2 plates of food is definitely enough to be satisfied, so I don't know what he's talking about here.
I don't need more. So today's a relaxed day. I don't count anything. I don't want to go crazy. Just gonna eat what I crave. So I got pita under there, which is toasted with some potatoes.
Funny, he's craving perhaps the most nutrient-dense food in terms of its vitamin profile, maybe apart from eggs. Sorry, liver. He's eating eggs, and he's adding fake cheese, but he's getting that hit of sugar because he wasn't eating enough fat. And he just said earlier, oh, my only fat sources were from chicken breast and from omega-3 capsules. Well, yes, if you ate a proper diet, i.e. a carnivore diet with enough fat in it, you wouldn't need to have so much extra fat to satisfy yourself because you'd already be there. You wouldn't have to, I don't know, sacrifice dietary fat intake for dietary carbohydrate intake, which is contraindicated.
I've got deli meat. This is what I crave, guys, the most. Silky eggs, fatty cheese. Yeah. Literally silky egg with the melted cheese. And I added some cream to the eggs to make it creamier and the butter to bake them in.
Alright, I'm just going to skip that clip because this wasn't very interesting. So.
This is my favorite. So it's a cronut filled with cookie dough and has chocolate on top. This is my all-time favorite. They are like 2 days old, but still, they're really soft, pillowy. And they are still fine to eat. This is a cronut filled.
These things are always going to taste nice when you put sugar, fat, and salt together. AKA, I don't know, a donut, for example. Yeah, it's going to activate the Randall cycle. Your brain's going to be triggered with dopamine. You're going to get that hit from it. And like I said earlier, 2 hours later, you're going to crash and feel like crap. Not ideal. Not ideal. Now, on a side note, it's quite interesting because when I went with Sophie, my partner, to a bodybuilding exhibition in Birmingham last year, what we noticed was there wasn't actually much nutrition, fitness stuff there. What I mean by that is there were perhaps 5 to 10 stands where they're selling junk food, essentially. So we're talking about protein bars. That is a junk food. It is a ultra processed food. Then things like this, they're actually selling donuts in a fitness convention. They're actually selling things just like this. People paying like £5-6 British pounds for them. I think that's absolutely absurd. And this is a standard of the nutrition industry. When I go onto my Instagram, nearly every trainer has their clients binge eating all these things after the show, you know, for a cheat because they deserve it. Well, why put yourself through that much stress if you think you deserve this? Now, I'm partial myself to, you know, the odd treat here and there, like anyone. I mean, I don't know any strict carnivores out there at all. But what we'll say is it does seem to be that these things are hyper-palatable. They're easy to eat. They're everywhere. The trick is to not indulge. People like me, if I had half of one of these, well, I wouldn't. I'd have 10 of them. So for me, it's better to just abstain from them. Now, this guy, he managed to abstain from some of them by the looks of it. I think in his box, he had like some that were half finished, which is quite interesting. But yeah, very, very strange. Too much food. Too much binging. What would be interesting is if he looked at his food intake and matched his protein and fat intake, but just ate proper food, say steak and eggs, things like that. He'd be satiated much quicker, so he wouldn't need to binge eat. This is daft anyway.
With edible cookie dough, topped with chocolate, and it's so damn delicious. Even after 2
I think it's a different one. He's got a whole selection of donuts in there.
days, just
It's not uncommon, guys, for bodybuilders, bikini athletes, fitness athletes of any kind that do some kind of physique sport to go around the supermarkets weeks prior and to think, oh, when I finish my diet, I'm going to have this and this and this and this and this. And fine, you know, you want to gain your body fat. That makes sense. It's a logical thing to do. You're not meant to be 4% body fat year round, of course. But my objection to this is you have to not eat so much when it comes to like the sugar, the gluten. I doubt these things are gluten free, full of anti-nutrients. And this guy's really going to feel crap for it, like really crap. So what I'm saying is don't eat this junk. We'll continue and see if he's got anything more interesting to show other
Still
than
amazing.
donuts.
Wow. Let's try it like this.
So what happens is you have different flavors of things when you're bodybuilding. Like you have something a bit sweet, like you have some artificial sweeteners. You know, you have a protein shake. Oh, it's delicious, you know. Then when it comes to after the show, you have more sweeteners with, I don't know, more fat added to it, chocolate, cream. You have a donut, you'll dip your donut in sugary sauce, like syrup. Then what? You'll then have something I'm quite bad for is a bowl of ice cream with some like gummy bears or something on it, something like that. They add sugar onto sugar onto sugar because everything they eat just doesn't satisfy them. No matter how hard they try, they're never satiated from just the amount of food that they eat. They have to add more together. So it's like, you've got like French fries cooked in peanut oil with, I don't know, ice cream, with weird combinations of food with loads of ketchup, loads of sauce, because they're never satiated, because they never hit that nutrient requirement that they need.
Coke.
Full sugar Coke with the pinky just to be a bit different. Standard vain, narcissistic bodybuilder fancies himself, thinks he's the best. It is the same with most competitors. They cannot walk past a mirror without looking in it. And they can't do things which put themselves out there as being more extra, more, you know, fantastic. I have a lot of spite for this industry. Not for the people as individuals, but for the way the industry is as a whole. So they promote fast food. Yes, they absolutely do. They promote too much training. They promote drug use very heavily. I think that there's no real focus on health. It's all about what can you do in the extreme in terms of building muscle and losing fat. You know, losing fat. Okay, I'm going to eat 0 grams of fat like this guy. Oh, I'm going to build muscle. Okay, now I'm going to eat every donut dipped in every sauce. Come on. It's not reality. It's not the best way to live.
Pretty thirsty. So just walking in the city, and we plan tonight to go to a burger spot. Not sure where. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe somewhere else. We will see. But the day is perfect.
Looks like he's got a burger, French fries, some like cheese sauce maybe. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this sort of thing. We don't get food like that much over here. At least I don't come across it. So it's very weird to me. And again with the full sugar Coke, of course.
Oh my god. This belly is freaking full. Oh, yeah. Let's see. My belly is freaking full. Wow, that was amazing. Well,
Yeah. Don't worship false idols, guys. I don't think he's got anything else interesting to say other than he's drinking some sugary Coke again. But yeah, that was weird. So what I just did was I took a look at his subscriber count, and he's got 28,700 subscribers. So he's influencing nearly 30,000 people. I'm influencing about 5,000 at this point. I'm putting out correct information that helps people, puts people in better health state. He's putting out this kind of thing which makes people, I don't know, have a fetish for food, like most fitness influencers. Does not promote health. Creates binge eating disorders, extremely common amongst the average person. The average person does binge eat. So this makes me laugh. This makes me think, why do I bother? 5,300 subscribers. You've got guys like this with nearly 30,000 subscribers, putting this kind of bollocks out. Then no note of bollocks, you know, Yellow Ted, running Bart K's channel, 40,000 subscribers, like a touch more than this guy's. He's putting out really solid content. Now, what my biggest problem here is, we're putting all this effort into these videos, hours upon hours upon hours. You just see these 30-minute segments, 20-minute segments of videos, you know, clips, interviews that we make. You don't realize behind the scenes. We spend about 3 hours each time mixing these videos, clipping them, editing them, to make them more palatable, viewable for spectators like yourself. I think the very least you could do is click like, leave a friendly comment if this was helpful, subscribe as well. Now, this is not my favorite kind of video to make, but it is something which is highly requested. This is why I'm doing these. Now, please remember to respect my time, respect my YouTube channel guidelines, and hopefully you'll leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.